welcome back to the Lycan Project. Today I'm going to give you my March wrap up. So, in March, I had a good reading month, but a small reading month. So I finished 5 books over the course of March, and 2 of them were over a weekend for a readathon. So I will start with those. So this is the first book of AJ Betts I'm reading. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I did do it over the course of the Book Junkie Royal Weekender. So this is, so we follow Hayley as she is a beekeeper, but she witnesses something very strange which then throws her into disarray, which was a drip, and her ceiling doesn't drip. So curiosity hooks her in, and she has a great many deal of other questions that unfold. It is the first in a duology, and the duology came out last year, and that's called Rogue, so I will be going on to that, but I gave this 3 stars. It's a good solid read, so if you're looking for a quick, nice science fiction, I highly recommend Hive. And then my other one, which was in my 5-star predictions, so I had to do it for one of the prompts in my badges for the readathon, which was the book trial Royal Weekender, which was Leigh Bardugo's Language of Thorns. I put this on half a dozen TBRs, and I am kicking myself that it took me this long to get to. It's a collection of about 5 short stories that are inspired by fairy tales. So we have a Little Mermaid-esque story, we have a Nutcracker Tin Soldier story in here, we have a Hansel and Gretel. So if you're looking for something a bit more macabre and twisted and stuff, I love and adore and highly recommend. So I gave this 5 stars. Adored it. Will also be rereading it over and over and over again. So, best book of the month. I then went on and did a non-fiction. Now I struggle sometimes with rating non-fictions purely because I don't want to be disrespectful to someone's memoir. Sorry, I should say I struggle with rating memoirs because I'm basic, like autobiography memoirs, is because I'm also then judging their life and their story, and I believe it's very important to let people use their voices to speak their authentic truth. But I did a Eggshell Skull by Bree Lee, which was a harrowing read, but she also has a very beautiful writing style, I think. I borrowed that from the library, so I listened to an audio, which was also read by her as well, so all the emotional emphasis were where they should be. So the Eggshell Skull, or the Coward's Punch lore, I assume it's in other places, but here in Australia is if you hit someone and they fall back and they crack their head open and die, you're actually then up for murder rather than manslaughter. No, hang on. Manslaughter rather than an assault, because you have to take your victim as you find them. So the problem was she endured something of a sexual assault when she was younger, and then she's also a lawyer, so she goes through the courts, and she basically comes to the point where she decides that she needs to seek her own justice, and she does, but her assailant or attacker has to take Bree as they find her, which is a educated lawyer. So she knows what to say, she knows what to do, and all that. I gave it 4 stars just because it was really well written, and it's weird to say, but I enjoyed the the information and the story, and I appreciated it. I highly recommend it to anyone and everyone, but just be aware there is a warning for sexual abuse and sexual assault going into it. So there is a big trigger warning for that. But other than that, 4 stars, really enjoyed it. Think it's a book that a large group of people need to read. I think with the Me Too movement, it is a very topical and relevant book as well. I then read a short novella called The Dragon Prince by Sarah Bailey, which is just a short, nice little read of fantasy where a young girl who's born into nobility doesn't want to go through with the arranged marriage she is betrothed to, or the person she's betrothed to. So she runs away and then gets taken she goes with them. She's not taken or kidnapped. She agrees to go with this person to flee her country, and she ends up in a different kingdom with dragons and is involved in a marriage there instead. So I just found the writing style was a bit jarring at times. It was done through 2 different perspectives, so I am starting to get into those a bit more. So I gave this 3 stars, but I do think it's good. It is on iTunes for free, so you should go look that up. And the last one I did was Becoming the Dark Prince, which is a novella in Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco, which bridges between escaping from Houdini and capturing the devil. So it's basically what happens between the ending of escaping Houdini to when they disembark from their ship in Capturing the Devil, which is the 4th one. And it is told from our secondary character's point of view of Thomas Cresswell and how he is dealing with what people expect him to be and what he's been not teased. His father has been very how do you word this? Has not been the most supportive or caring of people and has referred to him as a dark, brooding, evil person. So it's him trying to kind of balance his overwhelming emotions and not giving in to his own darkness. That, I loved it. Carrie Maniscalco is an author I really enjoy. She does have a book coming out later this year, which I've only just found out about, but that is on my most highly anticipated reads, which is basically, I was told it's Carrie Maniscalco, witches in Italy, and I'm sold. But this one, which is Becoming the Dark Prince, which is Stalking Jack the Ripper 3.5, so it's a little novella that slips in nicely, I gave 4 stars. So I had a very good reading month with 2 3 stars, 2 4 stars and 1 5 star. So like pretty up there. If you would like me to go through how I rate my books, let me know down in the comments. Also let me know what you read over the course of March, and if you have any recommendations for me, let me know. So let's use our voices to promote positive change in the world. I'd like to thank you, and good